So, what is an intuitive approach to fitness? Typically, fitness is going to be a lot more linear. There's going to be the starting point, there's going to be progression and an end goal. It's going to be more goal oriented, specific outcome focus. It's going to prefer or present the right way versus the wrong way to do things. Um, the typical approach is going to look at kind of conquering the body, overcoming the body's resistance, um, pressing for compliance from the body. It's going to focus on always progressing and making sure that you see improvement continually, whether you're losing weight or you're gaining strength or you're running faster or whatever the measurement is. It's about proving yourself. It assumes that fitness is hard and that you have to have guts to do it, to become good at it, to be consistent, to overcome the challenge. It assumes dedication and commitment. And those are not necessarily wrong. But I feel like it's important that we understand that those are not the only way. And for people that are like I am, empathic, who really sense and can get overwhelmed by everyone else's emotional experience, people that are more emotionally intuitive, people that are more sensitive to stimulus and find everyday life stimulating enough, people that have experienced trauma. And so a lot of little things and little situations throughout daily life can be triggering and cause them to move into fight or flight or freeze or fawn or functional freeze. And I talk more about that in other videos. And there's a lot of great resources on YouTube. Irene Lyon is one. Like those that are like me in those ways can really be triggered and set back by the traditional approach to fitness. And so what would that intuitive approach look like? And so instead of this linear expectation, it would be more of tuning into a flow, tuning into when your body is ready, or allowing your body to warm up to be ready. And what does that look like? Like if you're observant, there may be cycles that happen. So yeah, there's cycles and seasons and things that you just kind of learn as you practice observing your body and your energy levels and everything involved. So instead of the right way, and there is absolutely correct form, and based on your goals, there's going to be like an ideal way to move toward those goals. However, instead of doing it the right way, we can do it in a guided way that feels good to you, your way. And that may mean putting some things out of order for a little bit. Like ideally, you'd be working on your nutrition and your strength and your cardio and your sleep and your attitude and your water and all of those things at the same time, right? If you want to, like, if the priority is moving toward your goals in a most efficient way, then yes, absolutely. But maybe you're not emotionally ready to do all those things. Maybe you're not ready to deal with your food yet. Maybe you're not ready to start running or jogging or walking. Maybe a little bit of strength training is good to start with 3 times a week, once every other day. Or maybe you just like to swim. And so maybe starting with that is the right thing. So rather than getting all uptight about whether it's right or the best way, we can focus on tuning into what feels good to you. What's your way right now? And experiment. And I think that experimenting is so important because not everyone's going to have the same reaction to the same routine. Someone may be experience tremendous results from a particular diet, and someone else is not going to experience those results from that same diet. And so they may try it for a few weeks or a month, and it doesn't feel good. And so they keep researching and they try something else. So I feel like it's important to allow yourself to experiment and not assume that what worked for one person is supposed to work for everyone, or may work for you. So instead of conquering the body, the intuitive approach is to listen to and honor the body. The body is incredibly wise. It knows what it's doing. It does have your best interests at heart. If you understand some of what its logic is, and you do trust that it's always working out things for your best interest, then you can work with your body and get feedback from your body and collect data from your body and get guidance and even intuition and follow hunches from your body. So, and then instead of always progressing or having that expectation to always progress, always supporting. One week may not be a great week, may not be a great month, but are you continuing to do some of those things that you know are good, and you're just sticking with it long enough to allow your body to get to a place where it can progress? So forcing yourself to try to reach progress or a new PR, personal record, that may end up hurting your body if you just genuinely are not there. And it doesn't mean that it's not working. It doesn't mean that you've taken a back step. It just means that your body is apparently dealing with a whole bunch of stuff right now. So it's not always going to be moving forward. So always supporting instead of always progressing. So instead of proving yourself and proving your worth by doing hard things and pushing yourself, understand that as an empath, as an intuitive person, as a trauma survivor, whatever the situation may be, you are juggling a lot already. You are just everyday life is overwhelming. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to process. There's a lot going on. So, yeah, you don't have anything to prove. And you get to just care for yourself in the best way possible. Absolutely moving towards your goals, eating well, strength training your body, doing some cardio, doing some stretching, getting water, getting sleep. All those things are good things. But the reason you're doing that is because you care about your body. You have compassion for yourself. You are honoring yourself. And so if you have one day where life is crazy and you are not getting in the quality workout that you intended for, it doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you wasted your time. It's all self-nourishment, and that little bit of extra circulation for your body, the oxygen from the deep breathing, all those things are supporting your body, and they're all good things. And so then instead of proving your dedication and commitment, think of it as playing. the amazing, incredibly beautiful, inspiring wild animals like the horse and the cougar and the mountain lion and even dolphins or whatever. Like they don't actually train. They play, and their training comes from playing. And so I want you, especially if fitness has been challenging or overwhelming or discouraging or like always setbacks after setbacks, switch your mindset from being super serious about, like, you're not going to goof around this time. You're really going to dedicate yourself to it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No, let go of that and just think we're playing. We're experimenting. This is going to be fun. And even if it's like there are some challenging parts and like parts that aren't your favorite, you know that they all support your goals. And so this is just experimentation. Maybe part of the time you're thinking of yourself as a scientist in a lab, part of the time you're thinking of yourself as a little kid on a playground. Yeah, just be light about it. Be easy about it. Listen to your body, go with the flow, do things that feel good, follow your intuition. Where does your hunch lead you? In the new group that I'm starting tomorrow on March 1st, we are using this approach within the online virtual community. And everyone's going to be in different places. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how experienced or inexperienced you are. Everyone's going to be in a different place. But I'm going to be teaching some of the basics. And those of you that already have routines in place will be able to apply that, maybe tweak some things, and then we'll be able to have dialogue as we go along about how those tweaks are making a difference. And if you're starting brand new, then the basics that I share will be wonderful places to start. And I'll also be sharing how to prioritize those things so it doesn't get overwhelming. And you can implement one or a few things, a few areas at a time. So we're going to be light and easy about all of this. And I feel like this intuitive approach can fit into almost any lifestyle. And no matter how busy you are, we can find a way to help you move gradually toward your goals. Some people get discouraged because they think, oh, in 6 months or in 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, I'll be this age. You're going to be that age regardless, but your body could be way healthier by then because of these small little changes that you're making along the way. So this was how this is the approach I took to transform my body and life and energy. And I continue to use this to listen to my body and adjust as needed. And I hope to connect with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm going to post my website in the description box. And so you can connect with me that way. And let me know if you have any thoughts or questions or feedback. And I'll talk to you soon.